January the 2nd, 2017. You're looking at spaceweather.com to date. Now, notice a couple things here. The solar wind is going to start to pick up from the 389.5 as we enter into this coronal hole wind stream. Now, the quadrant meteor shower is one of the main reasons I'm coming here, because we talked about the coronal hole last night. Just wanted to mention that. Keep an eye on that speed. But it's this debris is what Earth will pass through, and Tuesday's going to be the peak, tomorrow on the 3rd. But it's saying it's the debris from shattered Comet 2003 EH1. It's the third time is the timing of that favors western parts of North America and islands across the Pacific. As many as 100 meteors per hour could flow from a radiant near the North Star on Tuesday morning. That's important, guys, because this meteor shower, they didn't know exactly where it came from. They suspected a couple of different comets, but in 2007, they started narrowing this thing down, but it goes back much further than the EH1 comet. It goes back to the Great Comet in the 1400s that wiped out the Chinese fleet and ended their world domination on the oceans. But if you look at these quadrant fireballs, you can see in the center, the yellow dot is the sun, then 3 rings out is the Earth, and that's where these fireballs intersect. Now, the comet makes its perihelion, or its orbit, every 5.5 years. That's the main part of this entire debris field. But they're thinking that 2003 EH1 is likely an extinct comet and may be related to Comet C1490Y. And the last time that EH1, or the main remaining section of this entire stream, came around the sun was in 2014. But in the 1490 comet, this is some of the surviving records. It said stones fell like rain in the Qingyang district, the larger ones 4 to 5 caddies. Guys, you're talking about goose egg and smaller size 3 to 4 pound rocks. More than 10,000 people were struck dead. All of the city fled into other places. As this is talked about also from the Chinese Navy. It's talked about in the Aboriginal histories of places like Australia, New Zealand, Easter Island, South America. This particular comet hit in the ocean 60 miles south of the Chinese fleet. These giant Chinese battle junks, is what they were called, were tremendously larger than what we would think about as sailboats at that time. And they were impaled hundreds of feet into the cliffs. Now it says the Aborigines in Australia and the Maoris in New Zealand both reported a comet being the cause of these fires. Then in November 2003, researchers announced they had found that a comet had impacted the sea between Campbell Island and New Zealand, South Island, blasting a crater 20 kilometers across. Guys, think about that. Comet was named after the Maori god of fire. It hit the ocean 60 miles south of the combined fleet. Gigantic waves more than 600 feet high tossed the ships about like matchsticks, the mast and rigging on fire, fanned by 400-mile-an-hour winds. Said it's certain that this tsunami caused by the comet impact destroyed huge Chinese fleets in New Zealand, South and East Australia, in the Indian Ocean, along the east coast of South Africa, along the Pacific coast of North and South America. It was a catastrophe from when China never recovered. There will be no more great voyages. Guys, now we see that Chinese fleet being rebuilt. But here is the impact crater site. You see it says Broughton Island right there. And guys, these Chinese junks were huge. Now, what I want to do is I want to link you to our website. Go down to the middle list of links on the bottom. It says live meteors, guys. If it's overcast, or if it's not, they are coming in now. They're coming in strong. Check out the end of the video, and I'll put the link. It's a heads up. Be safe.